Stop and Jots Mini-Lesson. What are stop and jots? Stop and jots help us stop, think, and write about a specific part of a text, article, or novel. We use stop and jots to help us check for understanding and show that we are paying attention to important details. What can I stop and jot about? Good readers write stop and jots about a few different things. Here is a list. When you make a connection, when you make a prediction, when you have a question, when you make a mental movie and envision the story, when a big moment happens, when you wonder about something, when you find something interesting, when you learn about something new, and much more. There are different sentence starters that we can use for the different connections and thoughts that we have as we read. So for example, when you make a connection, you can say, I made a text-to-text connection. When you find something interesting, you can say, in the story, I learned that. When we're thinking about something, I'm thinking that blank because blank. I wonder sentence starters often have the word if in it. Maybe you had a favorite part when you're writing about a feeling, something that you liked or did not like. Maybe you're writing about something that you envisioned with a mental movie, something that you pictured. A prediction, you can write, I predict that this will happen because. Any questions you have, you can use important question words like how, why. When a big moment happens, the most exciting part of the story, maybe you can't believe blank just happened because, or maybe something shocked you. Oftentimes we can write a stop and jot when a character shows character change or an emotion, or maybe they act in a different way, and you can write about that using sentence starters such as the character changed when, the main character is feeling blank because blank. Maybe you were reading something and you learned new things. Sentence starters you could use for that are, I just learned that, this part teaches me, this makes me realize, or you can write a stop and jot when you come across new words. From the context clues, I noticed this word, I think blank means blank. Let's think about the story Wemberly Worried. In this story, Wemberly worries about a lot of different things. So I wrote some different stop and jots to model what a good reader would write as they are reading. So these are some examples I wrote from my perspective of stop and jots. I wonder why Wemberly worried so much. I predict that Wemberly and Jewel become good friends. I made a text-to-self connection to Wemberly. I worry sometimes too, and I worry my husband and my mom tell me not to worry and make me feel better. I made a text-to-self connection to Wemberly. I had a lot of questions before I started my job here in Northville too. New beginnings can be hard. I noticed how supportive Wemberly's mom and dad are. They really care about her. I noticed a big moment in the story was when Wemberly finally did not worry at the end. It showed how she changed. So you can see these are all different examples of stop and jots that you can write about as you're reading. You can see I showed something that I was wondering, a connection I made, something that I noticed, a prediction I had, and something that I noticed from the most important or the big moment in the story. So now you're going to be trying on your own. Remember, good readers stop and think, then jot about what they are reading to show their understanding. You're going to have the option to listen to a few of the following stories. After each story, you're going to write down 3 to 5 thoughtful stop and jots on this worksheet. I have a picture of it on the right. So it says, good readers stop and jot about what they are reading. After you listen to each story, write down 3 to 5 thoughtful stop and jots on this worksheet. So you can see there are 4 different story title boxes with 6 spaces to write a stop and jot. This way you'll be able to show your understanding and what you learned from today's lesson.